Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the mini-series where we bring you 5 films thematically related to the film we're covering on the main feed. I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Caps. Truman, we've got 5 films lined up for you for Cirque du Freak, the Vampire's Assistant, you freaky little freak.
The freakiest thing about me would be if I wanted to see more movies that were thematically related to this one. Fortunately, I'm a normie and I don't want to see anything that has to do with the Vampire's Assistant, but here we are regardless.
I think the machine is going to surprise you with what it's throwing at us this time, though.
I cannot wait to see what freaks await me in this freak show of freaky movies. And if one of them is the movie Freaks, I'm gonna say that the machine half-assed that one because it was kind of obvious. Real gimme, real layup. If the movie I'm about to see is Freaks, hoo boy, will there be hell to pay?
Shall we move on to the first film?
Yes, let's move on to the first film. Freaked. So close. So close. I don't know what the hell this is, but it looks fucking gross.
I think audiences agreed with you when it came out at the time. This is directed by Alex Winter. That's right, from Bill and Ted fame.
Oh, good for him.
Also starring him and starring Keanu Reeves as a cow, who you never know is in this movie, but he's there.
Weird. Okay.
Randy Quaid plays this kind of insane showman who is collecting freaks and kind of imprisoning them for his shows. They've all been turned into these weird, like, there's conjoined twins. Alex Winter himself stars in this and stars, his character is kind of a half mutant, half human sort of vibe. There's a human worm who loves macaroons. It stars Mr. T as the bearded lady. Bobcat Goldthwait is in it.
This is such a Bobcat Goldthwait ass movie.
Is.
I gotta say, everything about it is the sort of thing he'd be in.
Take Bobcat Goldthwait's vibe. If you created a perfume out of Bobcat Goldthwait, it would be
anyone?
The same scent as this movie.
Wow. Okay, well, a stirring cautionary tale about why we're not going to do that. So did Freaked do well? This story about a freak farm? No,
it did not do well at all. No, not at all. It does have a major cult following, though, including myself.
Of course.
This is a movie I encountered probably on cable as a kid and was just so kind of simultaneously repulsed by it, but fascinated at the same time, the way that I think this is supposed to be working. Mm-hmm. But that's not an equation for big box office takes.
No, of course. Yeah, that's never the thing that resonates with guys like us is never really the thing that makes a huge amount of money. I mean, sometimes it is, but most of the time, if you're really thrilling us, you are leaving a lot of other people in the cold.
Yeah, that's for sure. I will say this movie also, like, Mystery Men doesn't stray far from this. So I do think you have an access point to this movie.
Yeah, but body horror is difficult for me, and there's a lot of freaky looking stuff just in these thumbnails.
Okay, all right. Well, I think you might be pleasantly surprised by this one, but I love the slogan of this as well, which is "But ugly, but funny."
That is a tagline that you can set your watch to. That's real good stuff.
All right, shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Basket Case 2. Okay, well, I've seen Basket Case 1, and I found it quite enjoyable. I don't know why we need more stories about Belial, the little freak dude who lives in a basket that his older brother, formerly conjoined twin in the womb, carries around. But why don't you tell me about it? What goes on in Basket Case 2?
Basket Case 2 and 3 were directed at the same time, and I agree with you. we didn't need more stories. I hate this movie. I hate Basket Case 3. But what I respect about these movies is exactly what I had said was missing from Cirque du Freak, which was I hate every second of this, but it has a person who wanted to tell this story. It was important to Frank Henenlotter to tell the continuing adventures of Belial as he finds his family of freaks. This plays like a PG movie, and I think part of what I don't like about Cirque du Freak, and I absolutely hate about this, is I don't like movies at all that kind of pervert the kind of children vibe of things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, Babe Pig in the City is one thing. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, that's a different thing. This should be a G or PG rated movie, but it is so demented that it just kind of undoes any goodwill that comes through it. That said, the prosthetics of this are amazing. These are just wonderful costumes and makeup effects.
They look technically quite impressive. Like, a lot of time went into making these awful creatures I'm looking at here.
Yeah. But A Secret Home for Wayward Freaks is kind of the premise of this. And it's too childish for me. It's not really a horror film. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
It seems like it doesn't really know what it is either.
Yeah, which is why it's here talking about Cirque du Freak.
Yeah, well, okay. How about that? I'm not going to see this one. Just letting you know.
Okay.
I will never experience Basket Case 2 or 3.
Shall we keep going?
Yes. Nightbreed. Woof. This looks... Oh, Clive Barker. Well, that's why it looks all fucked up. Okay, what's Nightbreed? What's Nightbreed's whole shit about?
I love... Sorry, your reaction is just amazing.
Look, man, we're in the spooky dimension. I live in a town on the opposite side of the map from the horror community. I mean, like, I respect it, and there are horror movies that I love, but I just these kind of horror movies, these gross, freaky, goopy horror movies, these are my least favorite kind of horror movies. So forgive me if I am not soups effusive.
Right. This one is, I think, thematically related because a character who is kind of on the outside falls into a community of these monstrous people, which are initially kind of like you're afraid of them, but you find out that they are on the benevolent side of I wouldn't say a war necessarily, but there is kind of a conflict. David Cronenberg acts in this movie.
Oh.
And he plays a serial killer who you see right here in the center of the screen that wears this gross like bag over his head with these button eyes. It is terrifying.
David Cronenberg doing something gross and terrifying? It doesn't sound right to me, Landon.
This is, to me, the good version of Basket Case 2.
Okay. It's about a community of freaks, but it seems to know its audience a little better and know itself a little better as well.
Correct. Yes, this is a hard R. It is not. It does not have nursery, vibes to it.
Okay, good. I'm glad. No nursery vibes needed here. Nothing about these images look nursery-esque.
All right. Should we continue?
Yes. Keep going.
I think you've got something to say about this one.
Yeah. Oh, Spider-Man. Well, I mean, fuck yeah, Spider-Man. Well, yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it pales in comparison to the far superior Spider-Man 2. But yeah.
This is the one from 2002.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I can't really be a Spider-Man purist and say that the original ones are the only good ones because there's actually been a bumper crop of really good Spider-Man movies in the past 10 years or so.
Yes.
So, yeah, I imagine because this features a red and blue spider who bites someone.
That's the only reason.
The only reason. Look, I'm happy to talk, and you gave me something that I can talk about. And it's also, I mean, directed by Sam Raimi, an accomplished horror movie director who got his start with Evil Dead and things of that nature.
You know what? Sam Raimi would bring that archness to Cirque du Freak that was missing.
Oh, completely. I mean, maybe. Like, Sam Raimi directed some real stinkers around that time period. He made the Wizard of Oz thing with James Franco, and so not necessarily slam dunk always, but
true.
So a guy transforms into a spider because he gets bit by a red and blue spider. So themes of transformation, and
sequences. You get the transformation, learning how to enter into a new world.
He does
with your powers.
He has spiders in his blood, so that's kind of a thing. And you could kind of say that the pro wrestling thing he enters is kind of a freak show.
Hey, I feel like there's even a line about that in there. I can't recall because I'm not good with quotes.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I mainly just remember Macho Man Randy Savage going, "You ain't going nowhere."
My favorite line in cinema.
And my favorite, just greater concept in cinema, the fact that in the Spider-Man universe, pro wrestling is real. It's not staged. They don't know who's going to win the fight. Rando off the street beats Macho Man Randy Savage. Pro wrestling is real.
It's Thunderdome rules. And I think even somewhere, if not the movies, definitely in the comics, someone calls him Spider Freak at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, during the Clone Saga, a character named Doppelganger is created, which is basically Spider-Man with 8 arms.
Oh, that's freaky. That's some goopy body horror shit.
That has not come to the screen yet.
Okay. They'll get there eventually. They're turning every single Spider-Man property into a movie now. I love it. Go watch Spider-Man, and then as soon as the credits roll, just push play on Spider-Man 2 and prepare to get your socks knocked right off your body.
All right. Let's go to our last film.
All right. Alice in Wonderland.
Are you okay? I have, as your co-host, I need to do a wellness check on you.
Oh God, this is the Johnny Depp fucking Alice in Wonderland bullshit directed by Tim Burton. When my girlfriend and I went to Spain several years ago, we stayed in this one hostel. There was like a nice hostel in Sevilla, but they had a lot of hand-painted art up around the walls in different rooms. So each one had its own color, and the walls were painted these vibrant colors. But in our room, right behind the bed is this gigantic painting of Johnny Depp in this movie as the Mad Hatter, with the red hair.
What?
And it's just,
what kind of Yelp review do you leave for that?
Well, the thing is, I've stayed in a number of hostels. This was a really good hostel in all other regards, but I would still take a whole 1.5 stars off for that. It was really, really upsetting. So I already am I've never seen this movie. I'm negatively polarized against it because it's just this fucking cash grab. Let's juice a franchise out of Alice in Wonderland and make everybody an action hero and have fighting in it. But then also that I had to look at this version painted by a second-rate Spanish art student working for free. Anyway, talk to me about Alice in Wonderland.
I don't want to.
Alice in Wonderland.
I think that's all we need to know about Alice in Wonderland. The fact that you had that experience is thematically connected enough to the experience I had with this movie.
Did you watch it, or did you just see a painting of one of the characters?
I mean, what I meant was Cirque du Freak. I have seen Alice in Wonderland. I have no recollection of it at all.
What can we please make sure the machine doesn't send us this one? I don't want to do this one.
I think we're safe from this one. I can't be certain that we're safe from the sequel.
Oh, right. They made more, didn't they? I remember seeing a trailer for the sequel in theaters and being so just God damn, stop. We don't want it. You don't need to make a franchise. How long was the original book?
Oh my God. So you make your own thematic connections with Alice in Wonderland on this episode. That's all I've got. I guess we'll see in a couple days for the new movie, which I'm excited to see what it is.
Yeah, it will most likely be spooktacular. What with the season and all. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, well, anyway. Want to jump into a ocean full of cobwebs or something?
I want to jump into an ocean full of ending this episode. So, for Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I have been Truman Caps. Get your freak on, everybody.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.